is the dream just your subconscious mind playing tricks on you, or do you guys think that the dreams have some interpretation which is far more deeper? It's the alcohol, bro. It's not
That's not alcohol. Johnny Walker, bro. Blue label. The blue label.
Johnny Walker, bro.
People, some people's dreams are like, I hope he thinks about me and all. My dreams are like fighting dinosaurs and all that.
When I'm asleep, where does my soul / energy / consciousness, where does that go?
My dreams are like recently for the past few months, pure action film.
Sleep is just death being shy.
Good alcohol, bro.
Really good alcohol. Rajveer, you brought a good stuff on today.
It's Pepsi.
Interstellar, bro. Look at Interstellar, bro. I can't. Every frame of Interstellar, you analyze.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Waking up from this dream in the real life and knowing that we didn't,
Could have been more.
we didn't do everything we possibly could have. That would really suck,
It's not the darkness which I'm afraid of. It's the light.
If the path is so easy, bro, then what's the point? Like, there has to be fear, there has to be stress, there has to be all these things you're afraid of, because the rewards are sweeter when you overcome.
Ripped to be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So
Alright guys, welcome to the 6th episode of the Productive
Procrastination
Podcast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
First alcohol toast, guys.
Guys, this is just a soft drink.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Rajveer's parents' alcohol.
मरवाएगा.
Good taste.
है ना? Alcohol.
Wait, give me some more now.
My coke card. Bro, you should be ashamed of this.
Bro, I'm not addicted to it, bro. I mean, I can't.
After episode 3, you're drinking
bro.
Apoorva.
Exactly, bro.
Things are going on in my life which need to be.
Oh no. Apoorva क्या हुआ?
Guys, you need to change the topic of this podcast.
Chalo,
What are we
let's
talking
begin.
about? What are we talking about?
Raji sir, you tell us, please. What are we talking about?
No, you go.
It's your thing.
मैं interrupt करूँगा फिर.
So today we're going to be talking about dreams, parallel universes, alternate realities, sleep, what goes on, what happens in your sleep, where do you go, what happens. It's a completely different dimension and universe, and we're just going to dive deep into it.
And also we can also dive into movies and shows that have talked about dreams.
Yeah.
We have our Inceptions and all of that.
That's going to be crazy.
We'll see where this journey takes us. Dreams are like crazy.
It's a big topic, bro.
Such a fun discussion. I think in episode 4 we had hinted on it that we would be covering dreams very soon. So it's fun. Shall we start?
Let's begin. Aaryan sir, you have a list of questions, please. Lovely to hear your questions.
As always. The first question, it's something that I often think about, that what is the real significance of a dream? Like, is the dream just your subconscious mind playing tricks on you, or do you guys think that the dreams have some interpretation which is far more deeper than what people usually think?
You go first.
Okay. Now that's a heavy question actually.
First question only, that's a full banger question.
Bang, bro. Come on. It's the alcohol, bro. It's not
That's not alcohol. Johnny Walker, bro. Blue label. The blue label.
Johnny Walker, bro.
It's not alcohol, guys. Don't drink alcohol.
That's it.
Man, so does it mean?
Do you think the dreams that you have some deeper meaning, or do you think it's just the subconscious mind? There's no real meaning behind it. It's just playing. It's just normal. It's just, as people say, it's just your mind processing things.
So again, episode 4, I have 2 views on this.
Okay.
One was
I love 2 Rajveers. The 2 Rajveer sides.
So I'll completely dive into it. One side of me believes that there's a deeper meaning. So everyone has seen Dune, I guess, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you?
Of course, bro.
But you saw it in
yeah.
Badala IMAX or something. Laser IMAX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Continue.
So, even before the movie starts, there's this message. Dreams are messages from the unconscious or something.
Damn.
And to some extent, I feel that it's true. The dreams we have are the things that we want to say, but we haven't figured out a way to say it, or some of our inner desires that we have and have not expressed it, or some part of our lives that we are not living but we want to, because somewhere deep down we have that desire. Also, like the fears we have. So, the quick story. Back in 6th grade, I went on this school trip to SL World or something. I fell down and I had to go through this plastic surgery and stuff here. So, thing is, after I came back from the hospital, after the surgery, for a few days I used to keep having these dreams of falling.
Bro, I can't continue. I've experienced the same thing, isliye I can't continue.
So I used to keep having these dreams of falling, and it took a couple of weeks to, for it to completely go away, the fear of, falling. So yeah, but the other side of me also is like, it's just dreams, they don't mean anything. But okay, there are some books and, mythologies where dreams have meant something, they foreshadow something about your future, like deja vu and stuff. Yeah, so that's what two Rajveers
Actually, yeah.
think.
What about you,
But
Apoorva?
my view is, I'll tell you honestly. My heart says, it's like a parallel universe, and this, when you go to a dream, you travel to another universe.
I love that theory.
But my mind says, bro, it's nothing, it's just a dream, it's just your brain rewiring itself. But bro, if my heart says that, it's like, I want to stick to that answer. So do you know there's this theory, when you go to sleep, your parallel universe wala guy wakes up, and he lives that life, and you see it from as a spectator. That's what I want to believe. Yeah. But sometimes the dreams are just so weird, It's just like, I can't get into detail about the dreams, but sometimes it doesn't make sense only. And even if you talk about, is this going to happen in my life? Sometimes you don't want it to happen in life. It's so weird. Sometimes you don't even know, why was this dream just why did this dream happen to me? This was completely something out of the box. Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah.
So there's something
Very absurd dreams.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes, some people's dreams are like, I hope he thinks about me and all. My dreams are like fighting dinosaurs and all that crazy stuff. It's just...
Bro, my dreams are like recently for the past few months, pure action films. It's just me running away from, throughout the entire city, world, and have this huge kind of fights.
The only problem is we forget our dreams, bro. If we remember our dreams, would you want to remember your dreams?
I would.
Would you want to remember your dreams?
Some of them, yes.
So if you were given the option to remember everything, your dreams, but also your nightmares, would you take it?
I would.
Nightmares too, Aaryan.
Yeah, but I think the thing is
that haunts you.
But that's the thing, right, bro? That's the beauty of overcoming your fear, right? It makes you a better person at the end of it. And I think, like, when you speak about, like, nightmares and stuff, now, it's the fact that, like, I recently had a nightmare. So I was, like, I was telling you all off camera ki I watched a show called True Detective. Beautiful show, guys. Honestly, it's amazing. I finished season 1, and it's a pretty gruesome and dark show. So they show things that are quite quite violent and gruesome. So I think after the 7th or 8th episode, I went to sleep. I think it was a couple of days ago, so I still remember the dream. And it's a detective show, right? So obviously they're like catching a specific serial killer and stuff, and you see things that the serial killer has done. So I had this nightmare where I was a detective, and I remember this very, very. I don't remember who I was catching, but I remember being behind someone with a gun like this, exactly like this, and with a flashlight in one hand and the gun in this hand. I remember this very clearly, and I just remember. So I have a fear of clowns, like a
really,
yeah, like a bit. And
it's what to do. What? No, I was like birthday mein surprise karenge.
No. So I woke up and usually I sleep here and I have my electric guitar hanging. So I woke up and I thought there was a body hanging here, and I swear I lost my shit because it was so real, and I swear I thought it was like very, very real. And when I got up, I swear the first thing I did was like this, and then I woke up, and then I was standing in this position. And then I was like, okay, cool, it's all fine. But then I kid you not, I couldn't process it for the next 5 minutes. I was just sitting, I was thinking, what I saw, was it real? Because I swear I saw a body hanging, and it was just my guitar. So the fact that nightmares and dreams, they seem so real, and the fact that you have to accept it that they're not real is a little tough to digest for me. Because I think, as he said, I would honestly like to believe the fact that the things we see in our nightmares and dreams are things that are actually happening to us in an alternate universe or in a parallel universe somewhere, and we are getting to see that as a spectator, as you said. So that's something I truly believe, dude, because after all, you experience your dreams in a certain way, and if it's not happening, how are you still living it? You're still living your dreams, right? You're still alive in your dreams, and I just don't understand the fact that it's your mind rewiring itself, because I truly believe that my dreams are being lived by a version of me in another universe.
Parallel dimension.
Dreams and nightmares. So I would choose to remember all of them, because like, you know, some of the dreams, but the thing is, apart from the nightmares, like a few, I mostly have good dreams, like as you said, like crazy ass dreams, like, you know, jumping and fighting and, like, you know, King Kong dreams and shit. It's like fun. It's all fun dreams. But yeah, like that's the thing. And have you guys heard of that book by like Sigmund Freud, Interpretation of Dreams? It's a book.
Yeah.
So like, have any of you, like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you
I haven't
read it.
I
I've read some summaries and stuff about it. To me, like, the thing about unconscious mind, you know, having all of these, expressing itself through all of these dreams.
Yeah.
I feel, somewhere that, as I said in the first answer itself. Also, one thing, you didn't answer your own first question.
What do I think dreams are? Like, what do I think the significance of dreams?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I agree with both of you. Like, I agree with that, the first part of Rajveer, which was not the one that said, like, the one...
Rewiring
rewiring. I think the first part that you said, where you think that they have a significant, deeper meaning. So the thing is, I know a few things about sleep, or like about dreaming. So basically, it's like, you have two types of sleep. When you sleep now, you have this non-REM sleep and REM sleep. So REM sleep is the deeper part of the sleep, right?
No,
so,
the REM, but REM is the lighter one. The deep sleep is different.
No, REM is like rapid eye movement is when you have the dreams, I think.
Sorry.
So that REM sleep is basically where you, I think, have the dreams. Most of your dreams are in that. So I think the thing is, so in this book now by Sigmund Freud, The Interpretation of Dreams, in that he mentions a very nice part which I had, you know, mentioned and I had written down. So he basically divides a dream, which I think all of you all would have experienced. He basically divides the dream into two components. One is manifest content and the other is latent content. So the manifest content is the very like superficial things that happen. It's not nonsense things that happen in your dreams where you don't really, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But there's another part, the latent part of the dream, which is something far more deeper than it seems. So he says that has some significance or some purpose. But there's a part of a dream which is not. It's just rewiring. The brain is just, subconscious mind is just playing, like as he said, desires and stuff. But there's another part of the dream. Might be the same dream or a different dream, but that dream might have a significance or a deeper meaning. And that's something that Sigmund Freud himself had believed. And it's quite beautiful to imagine, because there are a few dreams which I totally just think is like absolute bullshit. But there are a few dreams where I'm like, holy shit, this might actually make sense. This is something that has some meaning to it. So that's what I believe dreams are for me personally.
So yeah, actually Apoorva was right. The
Really?
non-REM sleep.
Come on, bro. I mean, like, look at me. Just
Shit, yeah.
alcohol affected you, huh?
सही prove कर दिया मैंने.
So non-REM sleep is the more deeper stage, but when we dream, it's the
REM stage, yeah.
REM stage.
Okay.
अच्छा, Rajveer.
Yeah.
थोड़ा personal हो जाएगा, but what was your worst nightmare that you experienced recently?
Recently.
Chal, worst nightmare of all time. But all time, मतलब like, हाँ.
First of all, I don't remember a lot of my dreams.
There must be something, some nightmare just stung, it hurt. Left you as shit, ऐसा. Scared.
I'll have to think about it for a minute.
Bro, one of mine was I remember there's a lot of nightmares, but one of mine I remember distinctly was like all the loved ones in front of me are just, set on fire and all, bro. It was something very scary. And I was like hopeless. I couldn't. The faster I ran, the slower I got. There's some phenomenon. The faster I was running in slow motion, bro, and I couldn't say that. It was very scary, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
The second thing was like, another dream that came to my mind was that, there's this guy who's stopping me. Like, I was like, I can do more. And he's like, no, you can't do anything. And then you're like capable of nothing. Like, full that as a insecurity played targeted. It was like, bro, I don't know.
I just got reminded of two of my dreams. They're not actually nightmares, but they were too real for me to believe that It's
Yeah, like how I said mine. Yeah.
exactly.
What is it?
So yeah, one of them was okay. I'm sleeping in my room. This is my bed, and on the other side of the room, there's this huge window. Window ke baad is this construction site. Construction work has been going on, and I wake up from in my dream. I wake up from my sleep, and I look outside, and you have seen those ornithopters in Dune, right?
Yeah.
What? I don't.
So the helicopter sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sort of sound and technology, but in the shape of a bee, and that bee is too huge.
Ooh.
And as I go outside, it's just going off.
Oh
and
my god.
Pura, it's outside this, and it's too huge. Like it's at least 3 floors big.
Bro, I have a phobia of wasps.
No, I don't
That's the
dislike
only thing I have a
wasps.
phobia of wasps, and I would die, bro, if I saw that.
Yeah.
And there's this construction site in nature. There's very deep. They are laying the foundation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And out of that, there's all of this huge that exactly like in Dune, the characters
Yeah.
that dressed up and stuff now.
Yeah.
I guess I was watching too much of Dune that time. But that was
Sorry,
too
one-
scary.
Continue. No, what I was saying is when I watched Gladiator, after I watched Gladiator, I had a dream, also a good dream that, but I once had a nightmare of me I was in a battlefield and all, but I was the one getting stabbed to death.
By Maximus.
No, just my money. That's the thing, na. I was some great king.
How do you know? Okay, it was after you watched Gladiator.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were in a battle.
Yeah, and I was like some good guy, like, and then, there was no one. It was just a normal soldier who just killed me in the ground.
Ooh, just
This-
nice.
And then I just.
Do you think? I'm just widely guessing, but do you think that might have signified the fact that you are afraid that you might die a nobody in the end?
Bro, I'll tell you now. It is still a fear of mine. I try to overcome it, like I'm trying to say, I'm not afraid of death, but bro, sometimes it just creeps in, bro. I mean, I think all of us, we're all afraid of dying, and we have to like get over that fear, but
It's the journey, I guess.
Yeah.
The entirety of life is about being less scared of death.
Yeah.
bro, when I reach that level, bro, when I get completely rid of my fear of death, that is self-actualization, bro. Honestly, that is.
But I don't think that's not something you should aim to do, because I think death
Creates
brings
urgency.
meaning to life.
Yeah,
like,
I know, you're right.
if you weren't afraid of death, you wouldn't enjoy life.
But
as
if
such.
you're not afraid of death, you will take bigger risks and all. You'll be a
Also,
complete warrior.
Hmm.
There are both sides to it.
There are both
There are both sides.
Pros and cons, as you said.
Yeah.
Because death is what gives life meaning.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful quote. I'm not sure I completely, because I am one of those guys who wants to, who sees a future where immortality gets discovered or
Yeah.
invented in the future.
But
more
at
on the invented
that
side.
moment when you have an opportunity to make yourself immortal, that moment where you know you're not going to die again, like you just know you're going to be do you genuinely think you're going to take it?
Very hard for me to
I'm not gonna take it for sure. It's the beauty of life. It's the beauty of death that it's like it creates an urgency in life, na. And the fact that life exists because of death. Like if there was no death,
Exactly.
you wouldn't enjoy life. You just eat McDonald's with Domino's pizza with Pepsi.
Sorry guys.
I eat भाई खत्म हो गया Coke.
दारू तो भाई नहीं है हमारे
दारू नहीं भाई। Pepsi चाहिए Pepsi.
Pepsi.
चाहिए अच्छा पेप्सी दे दे उसको
Pepsi दे दे।
हाँ
Bye.
Rajiv Jha drinking Pepsi.
Pepsi at
I'm just
so late in the
keeping it
night
outside, guys.
थोड़ा episode से निकाल podcast से निकाल उसको but honestly guys, like when we talk about dreams and stuff, right, even sleep just as a concept by itself, like when you go to sleep, where does our consciousness go? It's a very fascinating question. Like, I mean, I know our brains, our bodies, our heart, everything's alive. Our whole body is alive. Our mind is also active. It's said that the brain is more active when it's asleep than when it's awake, which is crazy. But where do you go? You are not there. You're still not aware. So where does your awareness or consciousness go? Have you ever thought about that? Like, I've always tried to ask myself that question, that when I'm asleep, where does my soul / energy / consciousness, where does that go? And I don't have an answer to it. Have you ever thought of that?
I have thought about it, but I never really I can never really understand the answer to it because there is no answer. Like I've thought about it. Honestly, where does it go? Is there like some soul which goes away? There's this theory that when you go to sleep, your soul just departs and meet some people or something. I don't know, and then it comes back.
Astral form.
Astral projection and all. So that's what I was saying. I was at one point I was like, let me try astral projection. Nothing happened, but like I was pretty into lucid dreaming and astral projection, and it was I always keep wondering, matlab, where does it go, bro? Our body's right here, but is the mind somewhere else? Like,
what do you think? What do you think?
Again, two sides of me. One side. Why? No, let's consider this just another answer.
There will be two Rajveers in this episode, in every episode from now on, and then there's both of us. 4 people ka episode.
4 people ka episode. Why? So, there's one part of me. I guess that's what most of me believes in. Now, as I said in episode 4, I guess, none of it matters. We are just giving, feeling that thing that, okay, we as humans are conscious and stuff, and no, just we are just sleeping. We wake up, do stuff, we go back to sleep. It's just the brain thing that does its thing, that like dream and take rest and get recharged. But also one thing, I'm not sure if it's entirely true. I read this thing, I guess a couple of years ago. We still haven't found out why we go to sleep. We know, like, if we don't go to sleep, these are the side effects. Like, if we go without sleep for 10 days in a row, we'll hallucinate and stuff. 15 days or something, we'll be closer to death and stuff. But why we go do it? I know it's paradoxical somewhat, because if you don't do it, you'll go this way. But what is the point? Because as you said, our brains keep working. And we are still dreaming in that REM sleep. So what does it have? And even our other body parts, like we move while we move from one side of the bed to the other. We are still breathing. Our fingers and hands, all of them.
So what's the point?
Exactly. That fascinates me. I'm not sure what's the answer.
Sleep is just death being shy.
Oh, this is some another level, Aaryan, bro. Crazy.
No, but
empty glass, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Good alcohol, bro.
Really good alcohol. Rajveer, you brought a good stuff on today.
It's Pepsi.
But yeah, you mentioned lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
And that's something I love talking about. I love the concept of lucid dreaming for people that don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, lucid dreaming is when you dream, but you're conscious in your dreams. So you have full control over your dreams, where you know what you're doing. You know you're dreaming, and that's the best part, because you can do whatever you want in your dream. You basically you have a second life as such. So lucid dreaming is like phenomenal, right? Like if dreams are just your brain rewiring itself and just processing information, how are you lucid dreaming? How are you conscious and aware in your dream? That makes no sense to me.
That is true.
Like if it was just all like just nonsense, then how are you aware that you're dreaming in your dream? And if so, does that make the deeper part of, there is some deeper significance to dream more real? That theory far more real than the other one. That's something that I do think constantly, because I have been lucid dreaming like a couple of times, and in fact this is something that I would say that after I meditate, like I started meditation and I'm started like a day where I've meditated properly is a day that I in fact have a higher chance of lucid dreaming for some reason. And that just means that maybe while meditating my consciousness was enhanced, and so maybe while I was asleep that it just came into that while
dreaming.
So maybe it could be that, but I'm not exactly sure. Do you guys have any thoughts on lucid dreaming? Have you guys remember any lucid dream of yours?
I remember one. It's not exactly a nightmare, but it was quite scary.
Yeah, what was it? Would you like
So I don't remember the rest of the dream, but towards the end, I've run away from something, and there's this entire the thing you see in paintings, so like this huge grassland and this dark blue sky with stars and stuff. And I was just standing there, and while running, I realized, okay, this is a dream, I can stop here. I just became suddenly aware that this is a dream. And okay, I was like, if I do some weird shit, I'll wake up. So I don't have to be part of this, the scary thing. I don't remember what it was that happened. So I go ahead and touch the sky, and I knock on it. I don't wake up. I got scared, like, why the fuck am I not waking up?
Ooh.
Damn.
Then I was like, I just go convince myself and I wake up.
And you wake up. Damn.
Bro, my dreams are not as crazy as his. Mine is just like a monster is chasing me and all, and like I'm kind of afraid of ghosts and all. Okay, not a lot, but a little bit. So these monsters come after me, and then one point they had me like this, okay? And then I was like trying to fight them and all, but I couldn't fight them. And then I was like, I can just wake up, right? But I couldn't. I tried for so many times, but I couldn't. I think it's called sleep paralysis or something. When you're trying to wake up, but you can't wake up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was almost crying, bro. I remember that time because tears were coming out of my eyes. In the dream and in reality. It was scary, bro. And then I don't know how, but I woke up. And then I was like, fuck, I'm not sleeping again. But I don't know, pani piya, I was so happy, but yeah. That was some crazy
But you know, when you both of you are talking about this, the fact that when you know you're in a dream and you want to wake up so that you want to die, like die in a way so that you wake up in real life. It made me think about Inception.
Yeah.
You know, and we can talk about Inception because everyone knows dreams equal to
Also
Inception.
one of the worst dreams I had. Sorry for interrupting.
I became Apoorva for the episode. Okay, go on.
Continue.
You mentioned that stab thing, no?
Yeah.
I hope no one ever has this dream, but of my mother getting stabbed off in front of me, and I don't know who does it, and I'm feeling so helpless. I can't do anything. I'm just crying. It's like it's a nightmare.
Damn.
Happens to me also, bro. It's very scary. Yeah. Back to Inception.
What about Inception?
Yeah. Beautiful movie, bro. When I watched it for the first time, I was again this entire concept. I had read a little about dreaming and all, so I knew a little about the stuff, but in this much depth, I could not even fathom. I could not even imagine. And the entire climax, the entire dream crashing and all, bro. I loved the movie, bro.
Yeah.
Acha, I think like everyone knows the answer.
Wait, I actually, before you get into that, wait. I want to know his thoughts on Inception. I know.
Apoorva gets
continue, please.
so much fight.
He wanted to say it, yaar. Inception, what are your thoughts on the movie?
No, you go.
Bol.
Why Inception? Inception was one of the first movies. There are movies and there are films, as a lot of people say.
Ooh.
So earlier I was into movies and you know the superhero stuff.
I'm still into it, guys.
Superhero franchise, because that's what was popular in our country when I was at that age.
Continue.
When I was like, I guess around 10, 11 years old.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was used to watch mostly like superhero shit and the very popular films and stuff. My dad had recommended me Inception for a long time, right? You know, I'll watch it some other day. I was 11 years old or something. I watched it on my laptop, and first study, I'm like, okay, this is going good. I'll have to keep calm and contemplate it. पूरा अच्छे से. It goes to a level, and the end is such. I don't know how Nolan does it, man.
Yeah, bro.
He handles this critics wala part as well as appealing to the huge amount of audience.
Yeah.
And he just walks and dances around that line. And my Inception is too good.
Acha, but what do you think? What happened in the ending? Was it real? Was it a dream?
I
know it is true, but I want your opinion. I don't want the facts. What do you think?
Yeah, it's real.
But you know the facts.
I know.
What do you think it is? Is it real or was it a dream?
I think as I watched the movie a while ago, but as far as I remember, it was real. I felt it was real, but I don't exactly remember why.
So it is actually real because
Michael Caine.
Yeah, the scene in which Michael Caine is actually real, and where Michael Caine is not is actually a dream. But that movie is, bro, like beautiful. Like the way they've explained dreams so well, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
But imagine if that was real, the way Inception showed it. Like imagine.
Have you guys ever had 2 levels of dream?
Yeah, for sure.
Multiple levels of dream.
What do you mean?
As in, like, so basically what happened to me was, again, some crap dream was happening to me. And then I woke up and I was sleeping. But I realized I actually didn't wake up.
Ooh.
So dream in a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream in a dream. So I didn't actually wake up. And I was like, I don't know, kuch kiya? Pensions kiya hoga? I don't know. And then I woke up. It was some crazy level shit, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, like you imagine, bro, and you just after you die now in this life, you just wake up. And then,
bro, no, fuck.
Bro, just imagine how you'd feel. Just imagine you die, you pass out, and you wake up and you're like in this fucking 20,000 something, and that's the world then, and you're like, So how was that sleep, Apoorva sir? And you're like, holy shit, was that just a dream?
Oh, that is.
You know, like, and that would, I won't be shocked if that's because nor does death make sense to me, nor does sleep make sense to me, nor does dreams make sense to me. So this is the only logical explanation I see, you know, and I won't be surprised honestly. But back to Inception, back to Nolan.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the movie? On Inception and on Christopher Nolan himself.
I think Inception, after Dark Knight Rises and all, was the first movie I watched. So, of course, Dark Knight Rises is classic, everyone like it's that. Dark Knight trilogy is like, I'll cry right now.
Not as good as Apoorva's inspirational story, but it's decent.
But yeah, so that was one, and then I saw Inception and I was blown away. Bro, but the cinematography and all, na, bro, he's very inspiring, Nolan. His way of writing, his way of portraying a story. I think this might be, I don't know if it's unpopular, but I think he's one of the greatest directors of all time.
That's not unpopular.
I think both of you will disagree or agree. I don't know.
I agree.
You agree?
I
Greatest
agree.
directors of all time.
I'd say so.
Let's move on to Mr. Rajveer Shah.
Don't do this to me.
What do you think, Rajveer sir? Who is the greatest director of all time for you?
Why not for a difficult question? Why? No. Why there are just too many great ones.
Does Nolan rank in the top 3?
Of all time?
Of all time.
It's a personal opinion, but I just want to say yes, but no. Sorry guys.
Pepsi वापस दे भाई ये
दारू दे वापस आ राजवीर वो बॉटल देना नीचे से नहीं वो दारू Damn, seriously, Rajveer.
Bro, come on, you've been a big fan of.
I might be the biggest Christopher Nolan fan. Guys, I watched Oppenheimer thrice on the opening weekend. Come on, bhai. It's a bada fan, but
why would he say no, bro? Like, it's the Christopher Nolan.
Top 3 working directors who are alive right now, I feel yes.
Who's the top? What is the top 3 then? He's smiling. Look at the smile. Continue.
I feel Tarkovsky is up there. Andrei Tarkovsky.
I have no idea. Sorry.
You guys, well, I'm not sure if you guys will love his films, but they are very meditative kind of stuff. Very quiet and very abstract kind of stuff. Francis Coppola, I'm not sure.
क्या बोला मेरे को सुनना नहीं.
Godfather का director.
Oh.
Might be up there. Scorsese, maybe I think.
So that's your top 3?
I'm not sure why, but see, if it was personal favorite now, Nolan is in top 3. If it was just my personal favorite, but if it's the greatest of all time from a clearly objective point of view, no. I know it's very shitty to say, there's an objective point of view to all of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel there are great directors might even not have been discovered yet.
Oh,
true.
That's nice.
Because there's a huge number of filmmakers who are out there who don't get a chance to portray this.
Yeah.
So to convey the story to a larger audience.
True.
So from an objective point of view, maybe no. From my personal objective point of view, for sure he's in top 3.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Of Nolan?
Top 3, chal.
We cut that part from first episode. Interstellar, of course, number 1.
Okay.
Aryan! भाई अलग लेवल का लव है इंटरस्टेलर के लिए.
दिल के बहुत करीब है ब्रो. जितना तू बैटमैन बोल नहीं फर्क पड़ता.
मेरा sorry. I beg to differ, sir.
भाई इंटरस्टेलर
Bro, Interstellar for me also. Second and third पे आएगा for sure.
तेरे को समझ आया तेरी गलती है यार इंटरस्टेलर अभी बैटमैन.
Continue.
Prestige and Memento, I feel.
Beautiful.
At this moment of time.
Beautiful.
I think you forgot Oppenheimer.
No, Oppenheimer was 4th film, I think. You told us.
4th or 5th, I feel.
Memento's that good, kya? I haven't watched Memento. Memento's that good, kya?
Memento's crazy good.
You watched Memento?
No.
I haven't watched.
Memento's crazy good. I don't know to spoil anything for you. Ghazni, guys have seen now.
Yeah.
It took inspiration from that, Ghazni, but the way Nolan tells a story now, it's completely different and clearly. mindfuck होता
But
है
I'm just
भाई.
curious, Rajveer, like for the people that don't really watch Nolan utna and like they just know Oppenheimer, they know maybe Interstellar, maybe Inception. What do you think makes Christopher Nolan stand out so much as compared to the other directors? Like obviously you know the best. But, like what makes him so popular?
How smartly he tells his story. I feel, and the set pieces and the physical, how much he focuses on physical effects.
Oh yeah, no CGI. Yeah.
No, CGI he uses.
But very.
No, CGI he doesn't use VFX shots.
The VFX he doesn't. Yeah.
Sorry. I was right on
Every time he's like, no, you're not right. The deep sleep, no.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's this. What about you? Where does Christopher Nolan rank for you? As you said, yeah.
Greatest directors of all time.
Why do you think so? What makes him the greatest for you?
Again, his entire I think it's his obsessive attention to detail. It's
Beautiful.
too good, bro. His
Yeah,
cinematography, everything, bro. Like also what he said, no VFX. Sorry, no CGI again.
क्या कर रहा है? खुद का point.
So no CGI and all, bro. Like I saw Oppenheimer and the fact that wasn't made. If it would have been CGI, no, bro, it would have lost that charm.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was like physical, actually, kuch VFX हुआ था. It was beautiful. Interstellar, bro. Look at Interstellar, bro. I can't. Every frame of Interstellar, you analyze.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Interstellar is like, I think it's a flawless film. Like there's not a single scene or a single part of the film where I'm like, okay, this could have been done better or this could have been done differently. I think he's
done very well.
He's just done it. I think, like as he said in the starting, he's made a film that is critically also beautifully done and also it's appealed to like the audiences and the masses. Because you remember Interstellar, the three of us went to watch recently when it was re-released. We went to watch and it was full and people were like shouting and shit. The craze of the film and to really understand how difficult Interstellar, like how deep the meaning behind Interstellar is and the ending and stuff. It's so like, you know, intellectual.
Yeah.
But still the masses, it still appeals to like most people. Even if they're not really understanding every detail, they still love Interstellar.
Yeah.
Which is what it shows the beauty of Christopher Nolan, right? But like, yeah, I mean...
Bro, it's the way he portrays the story, as Rajveer rightly said. Bro, it's something else only. Batman Begins, I'm sorry for my favorite film.
Top 3 films.
No, the way he portrayed Batman, bro. Like, in Dark Knight also the way he portrayed Joker. How he plays the villain, how he plays Batman, how Christian Bale plays Batman, the mantle he carries, the burden he has. Bro, it's something else only, bro. It's not easy being a hero. But that's what made me believe in him, believe in Batman in the first. It's because of Christopher Nolan. I thought, you know, bro, if I can become even a percentage of this guy, my life is going to change.
Plus, I have one more point. I feel one of the reasons that you connect to Nolan's Batman so much more now is because he took Bruce Wayne, who's really grounded, वैसे, but he took this huge, Batman who can do anything and he's friends with the Justice League and stuff. He brought it down, made him a man,
story,
and made him build from a broken man to.
It showed his entire origin story. That's what I love about Batman. Like how he went. What
made him
actually
so realistic now. That's what I love about Matt Reeves' Batman also.
Bro, that is too good. That is also too good. How can
this grounded?
That is beautiful.
What about you?
Top 3 Nolan?
Top 3 Nolan.
I'd agree with you with 1 and 2. I think first is Interstellar, as we said.
Prestige
Second, Prestige for sure.
Prestige is beautiful. Prestige.
And third, I'd say Oppenheimer for me personally, because I've not seen Memento. So I'd probably say Oppenheimer. But yeah, I mean, Interstellar and Prestige also, like, it's phenomenal, right? Yeah.
Hey, wait, Rajveer, you forgot Dunkirk?
No, it's not in my top 3.
Really? But you love Dunkirk, no?
I love Dunkirk. It's in my 4th place. While you were saying that, I was thinking maybe it's in my 4th place Dunkirk, and 5th would be The Dark Knight, 6th would be Oppenheimer.
Ooh.
Bro, I wouldn't. मैं तो नहीं सुनता भाई. मैं नहीं सहता.
You know, it's a controversial. भाई सच्ची
शायद पक गया वो, इसलिए वो 6 प्लेस डाल दिया उसने एक बार देख के भाई फंस
साला I am become death करता रहता पूरे दिन.
No, but the first time I saw it na, I just sat there while the credits entirely rolled. My friends are like, "Bhai chal, ho gaya movie." Like, holy fuck! Because when you look at it, it's a biopic about a man, about a scientist.
Yeah.
It could have been boring, but I don't know how good directors and great directors do this. Even Imitation Game.
Oh, beautiful. Alan Turing, yeah.
Exactly. And like Beautiful Mind. They take these simple biopics and people about these supposedly boring men and make them so interesting.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Even Oppenheimer, like second half was so intense. You know the outcome, but the tension, like heartbeat was faster.
Yeah.
Bro, in the end, that twist in the end, no Oppenheimer, that was something else only. I did not expect that when Rami Malek entered, that was something else only, bro.
It was too good.
That was too good. Maza aa gaya, bhai.
But moving on from like movies, let's talk about...
I have a question, can I?
Yes, sir, please.
Of course.
Alright, guys, this is gonna be a little deeper on.
दारू निकाल यार राजवीर, दारू निकाल यार। नहीं है। तू छुपा के रखा तूने। तू निकाल यार, तू छुपा यार राजवीर।
निकाल ब्लू ब्लैक लेवल निकाल यार।
यही है।
मिक्सर क्यों दे रहा है राजवीर यार? अच्छा पूछ।
So I am going to edit all of this out.
मत इसको अंदर तू edit कर।
अच्छा. What is your greatest fear? I know this was heavy, but I had to ask.
My greatest fear is, I think it would be not leaving the legacy I want behind. Dying unremembered, which is quite common, I'd say. Not living up to my potential, but that's again very generic. I think, the legacy that I have planned for myself, not implementing that in the real life and dying without that is probably my biggest fear. And I think all of us, the three of us have that. I know that all three of us have that fear. It might not be the top, but it's a fear of all three of us, which is not leaving everything behind. Everything possible, not giving it our all on this planet. And then probably waking up from this dream in the real life and knowing that we didn't,
could have been more.
We didn't do everything we possibly could have. That would really suck, you know. What about you, Rajveer? What's your biggest fear?
As you said.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I know.
But I also feel at the same time, like for a lot of people, that would be too abstract to think about.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it's quite like common for people.
I feel it's common for people, but by 6th episode, we are talking about all of this. No, people will be like, "Hamesha in law, yahi shaadi hai."
So what is the purpose, Aaryan?
What is the purpose of life?
What is the purpose of life, Rajveer?
Don't know what the purpose of life, but the meaning of life is to live.
Sir.
तू record दारू के साथ ही कर राजवीर, best है तू. But what about you? Do you have any other fears that people might not like have? It's a very unique thing for you that you might specifically fear. When I'm thinking of something that people
I have
might...
something, but I think everyone has this. I think both of you will have it. My greatest fear is not being like, of course it's not being enough and all, but it's also that maybe we are beyond, like adequate beyond our measure. It's not the darkness which I'm afraid of, it's the light. If you understand what I'm saying. Is that ability, that capability to have that power, that so much power that I don't want to get corrupted, bro. That's
I sometimes feel that when I reach my full potential now, fuck, what if I'm not the same person anymore? And what if I do all the work and have all of it, but I still feel like not for me, like that imposter syndrome kicks in. Because it still feels, at this point of time, I'll be very honest, it feels that I don't deserve any of this.
Oh, that though, bro, it happens to me all day, bro, every day.
But daily I also feel that we should pursue that. Of course it's necessary to achieve a high goal and stuff, but this mold as
what if, bro? You've heard of that quote, Marcus Aurelius' quote, I think so. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It corrupts. If you have if you have absolute power, it will corrupt you absolutely. That is scary, bro.
I think we spoke about this in episode 4 also, where we asked the question, do you think God is all good or all powerful?
Yeah.
And if he's all powerful, he can't be all good. And I mean, there are so many shows.
I completely disagree. Because, okay, if you believe in the concept of God, he can be all powerful and can be all good. It's the humans who can't be that.
True.
Plus our notion of good, as I said before, it's that this all stuff is bad. For God, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Episode 4. We talk much more on this.
Yeah.
What about you? What's one of your biggest fears?
Again, as I said, of course, not fulfilled. Acha, dying with dreams, but not memories. When I die on my death, when I'm on my deathbed, I want to die with memories, bro, not with dreams. Unfulfilled dreams is like kind of one of my biggest fears. Of course, dying again, bro. I'm kind of scared of
You're
dying.
really scared of that much? Like, do you think about it? Like,
Every fucking day.
you think about that, like the fear of. Do you fear death every day?
I don't fear it. I try to use it as a reminder.
Really?
Yeah. That I'm gonna die, bro. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
What if I invent a
सर आपका 15th बिजनेस चौथा हो गया अभी ये नंबर 15 पे आएगा राजवीर का inventing immortality.
Also, do you guys think immortality, invention or discovery?
Oh, I love this discussion
Yeah, good
we
question.
had about like
Good.
invention or discovery.
Yeah,
I still
this
remember.
discussion.
Ah, that was so good. We spoke about music and stuff. We'll get into that later. But immortality.
Discuss that later. Process.
Actually, yeah, this is a beautiful topic. We'll talk about
Invention or discovery?
Yeah, we'll talk about it some other. You want to talk about it now or some other time?
Some other time.
Some other time.
Okay,
Right?
done.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure. But like related to fears only, phobias also. Do you guys have any phobias? I'm sure like I don't personally know. Do you have any phobias, both of you?
From a practical point of view, I guess we all have that fear of heights.
Really?
Little bit, yeah. Me too.
When you are at there's also that calling to the void thing that you want to take. You just want to try that.
Yeah.
But also like, okay, if I do the fall, that the moment I hit the ground, it's going to be all.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about? I have a little fear of insects actually. Thoda sa insects ke liye
All
hai.
of them?
Not all of them, but like those, the ones I don't like. As in, like, how do I explain this? Like the ones who are very stingy and all. Bro.
Cockroach and all.
Cockroach is still fine. Like
Cockroach is fine.
I think cockroach is मतलब cute सा है ना.
Okay, the cockroaches देखा था क्या बहुत.
Bro, it's those ones that
Okay. I don't know why I feel Apoorva has watched Aaryan the cockroaches a lot. I don't know.
I haven't watched, bro. That's the thing.
Don't lie.
I remember. Of course, I've watched a little bit.
Doraemon.
I've watched a little bit. I haven't watched Doraemon also. By the
Bro,
way.
what? Seriously?
Actually, I haven't watched Doraemon.
I don't
तो
know.
हम लोग डोरेमोन की बात करते थे.
Exactly. You used to
I
talk
wasn't
about
there. I wasn't part of the
Doraemon.
conversation.
I wrote an essay about Doraemon, 5 pages ka.
Yes.
I wrote an essay.
Yes.
Bro, are you out of your? I've not seen Doraemon,
Bro,
bro.
we should speak about Doraemon both of us.
Bro, see, I'm confusing with someone else, bro. Honestly, it's not me. It
It's
must be
not the
Rajveer.
same Apoorva, na?
Oh, by the way, I had a good joke, but can I use that joke?
Yeah.
What would 10-year-old Rajveer be called? Come on, Aaryan, come on. Actually, this is gonna be flop. Chod.
I know it's gonna be very bad, but what would 10-year-old Rajveer be called?
Balveer.
Cut that out, guys.
Why that's why she, busted you.
But yeah, I mean, phobias like heights. Heights is quite like generic, but like I'd say like yeah, like I said I have the phobia of like wasps. That's the only thing I'm terrified of. Wasps, bees, the other insects, animals, nothing.
Snakes?
Heights. Not really. Like I think I'm afraid to a normal extent, but I don't fear it really. Like, but bees of wasps I run. Like it's very bad. I've been stung twice, so maybe it's like
Makes sense.
I think phobias. Do you think people are born with phobias, or do you think it happens because of instances in their life? Fears, phobias, both. Do you think a person is born with that, or do you think that happens because of the way they live, or like whatever?
I've not read much about this, so I'm not sure, but I feel they are born with certain, like as I said, fear of heights. As you said, it's very generic.
Like a few
and-
things-
Fear of heights is very general, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get that. But what about like hydrophobia and all? I think it's because it's like fear of drowning and all. I think that's because of circumstances.
Circumstances,
Yeah,
no?
I think so.
I agree. I think something's happened in their life.
To that hydrophobia thing, pani se dar, that reminded me of Arjun from ZNMD.
From Mahabharata, yeah, what are you saying? From Mahabharata, Aaryan.
Guys, tune in. Tune
Into the fourth episode.
boys. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's circumstances, not something they're born with. Because all my personal fears is something that has happened to me is why I'm afraid of it.
What is your greatest fear? You didn't answer that question.
I did another, not leaving the
That's
legacy.
one. What about another one?
That's the first one. Like I've never, honestly, the one you said, I've never thought of that. Where it's like I fear of changing. Both of you said that fear of I might like change completely because of all that.
Not sure if I fear that completely, but there's a reason why a lot of us don't put in the 100%. We just put in the 99 or 90% of our...
You think subconsciously we are not because we are afraid to like...
We are afraid of change.
Really?
We are too comfortable with the person we are currently. And I guess we all fear that the moment we, you know, set these boundaries, or for people pleasers I'm saying, set these boundaries, because I'm fun myself.
Same here.
Set these boundaries or do some crazy thing that we know we should do, but if just that moment will be a completely different person, and set aside all our past traumas, fears, personality traits that make us us, and be this new person who's fearless who's fearless.
Would you want to be fearless? You fear nothing. Not even death, bro.
That's not exciting, bro. I think you need to fear. Fearing certain things makes you not only responsible, but it makes you it adds a lot of spice to life, I feel. If you're just fearless, if you know nothing's gonna happen to you, or if you don't fear anything, even including death, how is your life exciting? Like, you just, I don't see life. I wouldn't personally do that. I think it's good to be afraid, and it's good to face those fears, because if you're not constant, you know, one of my friends told me this. He was like, he often thinks about this: what if I was not stressed, and what if I was not afraid? What if I never felt sad? All of these things, you know, how my life would be different if I didn't feel all of these negative emotions, fear, none of it. How different my life would be. And he often tells himself that the fact that he has so much stress in life, the fact that he is afraid of so many things, that's what excites him, because he knows he has to face all of these things. He has this life to live where he has so many, you know, obstacles to overcome. If the path is so easy, bro, then what's the point? Like, you know, there has to be fear, there has to be stress, there has to be all these things you're afraid of, because the rewards are sweeter when you overcome all those obstacles, is what I feel.
True.
What about y'all? Like, what do you think?
I actually agree with you 100%. Like, it's
fear makes it exciting. I agree. The fear of death, especially.
But if you could like be completely fearless, would you? Would you take it?
I think it's the letting go of fears and accepting, not exactly getting rid of all the negative emotions. I feel that you need to feel that all the sadness and bad things, all the negative emotions, thoughts that you have. But a lot of people get attached to them and act on basis.
Yeah,
that's true.
Based on that, so I don't feel this thing. Yeah, but I probably would take that fearless thing.
Really? What about you, Apoorva? Would you be fully fearless, even including death? Would you take it?
I would take everything but except death, bro. I like, if I don't have the fear of death now, then there's nothing interesting in life. That's the thing. But conquering, I think, bro, the fact that you give in the fears, the fact that you conquer them makes you much better than if you were just born with being fearless. Because you've gone through that period of life, you know what it's like.
I agree. Yeah.
That's what I think. Like, I would rather not be born fearless.
Yeah.
I would make myself to be fearless.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Because that is the whole point of life, right?
Yeah.
You become a better
overcoming your fears.
You become a better version of yourself. You're not just born the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
बाद में आएंगे.
Are you feeling tipsy, Rajveer?
Yeah.
Are you good right now? Oh, sorry guys. But what else? We've spoken about fears, we've spoken about phobias, dreams, nightmares.
Alternate realities.
Alternate realities.
Parallel dimensions.
Bro, I fully believe in parallel universes, man. I think everything that's supposed to happen is happening somewhere. The universe is so large and vast, and everything that can happen is everything that can possibly happen is happening.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah. And every version of myself is living everything I possibly could. Every second, every millisecond, the things that I've experienced, all of it in a different way in some part of the universe. And the dreams, connecting it back, is that version of me is living that life, fighting some crazy gorilla in some part of the universe, and I somehow get to spectate that for a while, and then I get back to this boring reality. It's insane, bro. Like, what about you guys? Do you guys believe in parallel universes and alternate universes?
I think all three of us will agree. We all do. We all believe in parallel universes, bro. Like everything all at once. Like that is it puts it into perspective. It's so well put, now.
Yeah.
Like there's a universe where you're candy. There's a universe where you're rock. There is a universe where you're successful. There's a universe where you're like poor. It's completely. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You also when that I'm not sure if a lot of people relate to it, but I feel like most people would. There's that point in the first half of the film where this character interacts with her and interacts with the leading female, and he says, and she's like, I have all of these interests and unfulfilled potentials. He's like, everything that happened to you and that you did
is happening, and
led you to come here, and you have all of this potential and paths that you could be good at, and you have the freedom to choose them.
Damn.
I love that. And the movie is too good. There's a universe in which like Ratatouille is real. With the raccoon.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, I saw that.
And then a universe where life cannot exist. So there's just two rocks
That was
talking.
so cute, bro. In the
And
end, yeah.
the movie doesn't even have audio there. It's just subtitles, and it's so beautiful. By peaks in a movie.
You have to watch it. Have you watched?
No.
Bro, you have to watch. It's very nice.
I have seen that movie at least 8 times, and last I watch and rewatch films by, and last 45 minutes I've cried each and every time.
Damn. Crazy.
It's just too beautiful.
Which this is a fun question. Which universe or like franchise, not franchise, but like which TV show or movie universe, would you guys be a part of, or which you guys would thrive in?
Oh.
Which you guys think you would do the best? Like this universe or this part of the universe, you guys as your character would like be the most peak at.
But like he won't be. So you know what my answer
Yeah.
is? Batman. But
Not a TV show, bro.
Oh, he's a movie also.
Animated
He's a movie
series.
also. He's a
TV
movie.
TV show.
Daredevil. I would TV show Daredevil, bro. Like,
But
He's not saying that
Yeah.
you would portray that character. He's saying कि
sorry.
I'm thinking
as
of Apoorva.
Apoorva in that universe, Gotham
Yeah.
में तू thrive करेगा.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Batman.
Oh no.
How does it impact your life?
Oh sorry. Oh sorry. My bad. अच्छा.
Batman तुझे ही पहले ढूंढेगा.
And vengeance.
Vengeance. I like it. Thriving, bro.
Mindhunter.
Lovely show, guys. Watch it. Very PG show. Very fun to watch. You can watch it, family. Good show. Good show. Guys.
Thriving. And what do you think? What do you think, sir?
I'd say some like period drama show because I genuinely believe I would enjoy that life, and as gruesome as it is, as violent as it is, I think life was at its peak back then. Like, be it your Game of Thrones, be it your Vikings, be it your Last Kingdom, be it your Spartacus, be it your Gladiator, that period, I think.
You realize you won't be the.
I know.
You will be one in the army or something.
For sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like back then with no technology, and the thing is, it's not even fake because it's like it generally did happen back then. I'm saying.
His
Like,
Game of Thrones was fake, by the way.
Yeah.
Dragon X.
Spoiler मत दे यार, but हाँ.
By eBay but I tried.
But हाँ, like you know that phase of
Vikings,
swords and
gladiators, yeah.
swords and discovering and exploring where you find a new land and for the first time and just I think that was peak life, bro, and I would love to be a part of that universe. And I obviously can't,
That's
sadly,
beautiful, yeah.
because we can never go back to that phase. But yeah, I think I would choose that.
I think one movie which I would be a part of is Dead Poets Society, bro. Yeah, I'd be one of the students, bro. I'd listen to Robin Williams, bro. I'd listen to Robin Williams talk about poetry, the beauty of poetry. Like, that's something very, very cool, I feel.
What about you, Rajveer? Which universe would you like to be a part of?
Guys, don't watch too many movies. It's too confusing. It gets too confusing, bhai. There are characters I relate to and they are based on biopics.
Ooh, damn.
Like in a I'm not sure भाई Howard जितना नहीं हूँ उतना smart मैं but yeah maybe the social network universe might be one of the interns or something not the one with Sean Parker guys
What about?
if you have seen the movie you get the reference Sean Parker is like
nicest guy, kindest guy.
Why but I love his confidence Justin
Timberlake killed bro honestly yeah. But you won't be Mark Zuckerberg. You realize it now. You'll never be Mark Zuckerberg in that thing. So.
Bro, the way he's living his life, he's gonna beat Mark.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Come on, Rajveer said that. Come on. Rajveer sir's gonna come with Facebook in the next 3 years. Better version.
Facebook is too small,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
sir.
Elon Musk super
Elon
nice.
Musk, sir. SpaceX, sir. Context, guys. Rajveer has 10 businesses.
why I don't have 10 business
But yeah,
Anything left to cover?
I think it's bang on.
We've covered a lot of things
We've
today.
covered an hour today, like 59 minutes. That's it.
there's a lot of it will be cut to
Yeah, no, nothing getting cut. Sorry,
Maybe down to 40 minutes or something
भाई मत कर यार बहुत funny है बहुत कर सबको मालूम है guys मजाक कर रहे हैं हम लोग generally छुपा रहा bottle हाँ generally Pepsi है guys don't worry रख यार ये सब क्या तू भी बड़ा we've covered everything I think right guys
Yeah.
we want to talk about the symbols in dream like the significance you talked about now so I read somewhere that I guess a lot of people and me included have had this dream where we are naked and
yeah
we are
I've heard about
because
this yeah people get this dream
What can you just...
yeah so where people dream about the fact that they are naked and in public now
yeah
because they are hiding something that is not perceived to be very this thing that shaming thing but they feel that this secret or something should not get out
yeah
so yeah people feel that way there's a lot of these things like snakes have a significance
one is falling down one is this then one is your teeth falling off I've heard this also is very common I don't know the significance but people get this a lot then as you said there are a few insects or like snakes ka kuch hai being chased
animals.
falling down the
Exactly.
stairs there are a few like things that are quite like that but yeah they're recurring and obviously we didn't speak about the fact that sometimes dreams could also predict the future
Yeah.
in a way
Deja vu.
deja vu and stuff
One question. It might be a little stupid, but
करना है ये एपिसोड पे
करते रहते हैं, we can go on
okay,
the 5
ठीक है
moments
बस
if you could control someone's dream, like in Inception में Cillian Murphy का किया था ना, if you could control someone's dream and manipulate it to your will, whose would you do, and what would you do exactly?
but it's still a dream right it stays
it's a very personal question too like it can
But not very like it can take any person in the world.
dead or alive
I mean, okay, dead or alive.
why it's confusing I don't know because the people that we know are obviously very famous people and what would you show them in their dream to change their
Like
dream?
you were
life.
basically Leonardo DiCaprio जो भी नाम है उसका, and you were planting the
We
idea.
butchered his guy's name now.
Leonardo
Leo.
DiCaprio
Yes, sorry. So, if you could plant an idea in someone's head, like he did in the movie,
It's too dangerous.
that's the thing, na? But you have the freedom. Whose would it be, and what would the idea be like?
bro like honestly I would have said plant the thought of search for aliens in the richest man's mind but it's already
No.
there so I don't have to do that I don't have to do it but I don't know bro I think that's like it's a very good question actually honestly I think I would just it'd be something related to space exploration for people that are not really yet
Okay, I will twist the question a bit. One message you could deliver to every single person at this moment on Earth in their dreams, and they would take that message seriously. It's kind of similar to telling everyone in their ears a message. They all hear it, but yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Oh my god! Too much alcohol.
यार राजू क्या पिला दिया थैंक यू
Why would I love that answer?
Why?
भाई सोच
मैं तुम लोग पागल हो गए
अरे मजाक है यार, तुम लोग भी इतना सब कुछ सीरियसली लेते हो.
अच्छा but honestly
I'd say
I think first one was the honest answer.
नहीं यार. Every single person, right? That's the thing.
I've read it. People say your God is not real.
Yeah, but that will.
but then who are you delivering it as? Like you delivering it as yourself only?
No. They just hear a voice.
Yeah, it's just a message. So
Like imagine people killing each other over this.
Bro, what the fuck?
Why Reddit is a dark place.
Yeah. क्या बोलता? Do you have?
I was gonna say something very cute like it's all gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
I would actually love
Yeah, like everything's gonna be okay in the end. Sorry. वाले गए भाई तुम लोग अलग ही हो भाई okay.
That was a joke, bhai.
क्या यार?
The things I said by your Reddit pe, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, for sure. Mine would just be like
You never know Reddit pe usernames.
mine would just be bro like it's gonna be fine bro. Just keep going.
That would actually be a really
I think that would be very
Yeah, a lot of people.
hopeful and
Help a lot of
reassuring for people.
Or maybe something like, I am watching over you.
Yeah.
I've
I've
your
got
back.
faith. Yeah.
I've got your back.
I've got your back.
That's also pretty good. People would just, but yeah, I think that's a good way to end the episode. I feel.
Yeah.
Why that me from future appearing in people's dreams?
Oh,
yeah.
you want to talk
You
about that?
talk about that. But this is a good.
This is a-
good.
You want to keep that for like बाद में और like?
I'll keep that for the future.
हाँ, ठीक है. करेंगे ना.
Sorry guys, थोड़ा suspense में आप मरोगे but yeah.
मैं एक frame डाल दूँगा of that image.
तेरा मैसेज बाकी है by the way. मेरा है I got your back. इसका है everything is gonna be fine.
Okay, we'll just keep going.
I've got your back many will that.
हमें से I've got your back से ज़्यादा.
मैं क्या बोलता watching I'll watch over you. मेरा वो है guys, not the first one. It's a joke. Chill.
But what about like something not positive? Something just normal.
Nothing matters. But I think that's too dark, bro.
Yeah, that's something just neutral.
Is it dark? Nothing matters. Is it?
I mean,
really
of
dark?
course not, but like for the general population,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
It's also free.
It is free, but like, it's
We just need time to process it. But I guess a lot of people won't.
That's a
need-
very good question, actually. You know,
Yeah.
which you asked. The fact that this is one thing that everyone could hear, bro. And you could, and they would take it seriously. It could.
All of that fear. Everywhere that reel and stuff is getting really popular. I'll remove every fear of yours because all of it arises from the fear of death. And what is fear
Yeah,
of
what's
death?
it? The fear of ego and all. Yeah, it's too good.
It's fear of time and
Fear of ego.
unlived life.
Yeah.
So just go out there and live your life. I guess a lot of people have these common fears that what will people think about me? That's a very common fear.
Just live life is also very neutral thing you can just say. Just live life. Just exist. No, but that's just honestly.
No, I think the one that you said first, that was the.
Just live life.
No, the first one which you said.
Everything's going to be.
I
Everything's
think
gonna be
that's
fine.
that's pretty good. I think everyone would take that. But yeah, beautiful.
Alright.
Wrap it.
What a great episode, honestly. Like, this was very.
This was fun.
This was fun. This was
Yeah.
quite. It was a roller coaster of emotions, dreams, nightmares.
Nolan. Inception.
Nolan, Inception.
Daru.
Rajveer. राजवीर कुछ भी एडिट किया ना तो बहुत पिटेगा तो
ये सब पक्का एडिट हो रहा है
यार तू भी ना
Yeah, but it was a fun ride, yeah.
it was a fun episode
मजा आया.
What if I forgot to switch on the cameras?
Bro, if that happens, na bro, honestly, Rajveer, hit you. I'll hit you so bad.
भाई मेरा एंगल क्या ना राजवीर वापस
I think I have a feeling तेरा चला गया
Crazy,
But
right?
chalo, let's end it on the hopeful note that it was all being recorded.
So, Lion, finish the episode.
Alright guys, thank you for tuning in to the 6th episode of the Productive
Procrastination
Podcast.
Cheers, guys.
Good night.
Cheers.
Good night.